Let's talk about for sale by owners, specifically a letter. Welcome to Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. This is a podcast. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, or listening on the podcast version, but this episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. Check us out. That's where I help you get to that next stage in your business, or we can literally build out your communities or create lead gen for you, whatever you need. Now, let's talk about this specific letter. It's one letter. It's a template. I want to read it to you, and then I want to talk about the psychology behind the letter. The last time we ran this letter, we don't run it too often. It's usually within a few miles of where I work. I don't like to overuse it. And the last time we used it was for, I believe, 8 for sale by owners. It was the end of 2024, and it spanned through part of the holiday season. It performed very well because it got this letter that I sent out only 8 times during that 30-day span. I got 2 callbacks from this letter. That's important because, look at the percentage of callbacks from that one letter. I'm going to go through it with you, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the psychology behind it. I know last time I did this with the expired letter. You guys loved it. This time we're going to do it with the for sale by owner letter. Let's get right into it. I am not going to show what I'm reading, but I do have this all for you. Message me. I will send you the letter. Message me on Instagram, please, and friend me, and then I'll send it to you because sometimes I get blocked and I can't send it to you because we're not friends, okay? So do that first. Here it is. Dear homeowner, I noticed that you're selling your home on your own, and I respect that. It makes sense. You want to maximize your profit and avoid unnecessary costs. Pause. I indicate that because most for sale by owners are 2 personalities, driver, analytical. I've been calling for sale by owners for just about 20 years. Driver or analytical. They want you to get right to the point, and they think they can do it better than you. And if they use you, they think you're taking advantage of them, right? So it comes down to costs. That's why I add that there. And I could be wrong, but it's okay. I'm only going for the certain amount of people that this letter connects with. Next, selling a home is one of the biggest financial transactions most people will make, and getting the most from your sale is important. That's why I want to reach out, not to pressure you, but to offer valuable insights that could help you sell faster, at the right price, and with fewer headaches. That's it. You just hit on all 3 really fast too. Many homeowners who choose to sell on their own have great success, but, right, I'm just tweaking it as we go. But they also tell me that the process is more time-consuming, stressful, and complex than they expected. That's true. The key to selling isn't just putting up a listing. It's strategic marketing, negotiation, and avoiding the common pitfalls that cause deals to fall through, right? So hitting on some points that are a little bit harder. Sometimes they don't think about those. Let's continue. This is the paragraph now that has all the highlighted points. Here are some challenges for sale by owners, sellers face, and how to overcome them. I've got 4 points that I put here. Pricing for maximum interest. Many for sale by owners, for sale by owner home gets fewer offers because they're either priced too high, turning away buyers, or too low, leaving money on the table, which is probably the scarier one. I can provide a free market analysis so you can price it right from the start. Avoiding unqualified buyers is number 2. Most buyers working directly with for sale by owners aren't pre-approved, leading to wasted time. I can help you screen serious buyers so you don't waste time with those who can't close. Number 3, negotiating the best deal. Did you know that buyers working with agents often expect for sale by owner sellers to reduce their price? Many for sale by owners end up netting less profit than they would have with an agent. I can share some strategies that will help you hold your ground in negotiations and keep more money in your pocket. Now, whatever you're promising here, make sure that you can, right? We have these. this is for you. You can tweak it as you want, right? Last one here says paperwork and legal compliance. Selling a home requires handling contracts, disclosures, and deadlines. I've seen for sale by owner sellers lose deals over missing paperwork or buyer financing falling through in the last minute. Now, for this one, you could add the legal part to this. I took it off. I had it there before, and I felt like it might be a little too much pressure coming from that fear, right? Which is, look, I've known some sellers, and I have, so I could definitely add it. I've known some sellers that have been in lawsuits because of lack of disclosures. So you could add that there. Now, at the very top of this section where it says, here are some challenges for sale by owner sellers face and how to overcome them, you could replace that. And I didn't, because I did it for the expired one, not for this one. But you can replace it and say, here are some challenges for sale by owner sellers face and how to overcome them, comma, we have a 15-point system. We have a 10-point system. We have a for sale by owner plus system, right? That helps with this. Here are some options. Here are 4 things that we help with. Something like that, okay? I did have that. Didn't like it as much. I actually tried it through COVID. It performed well at the beginning and didn't. I'm always changing things up, right? But you can add that. All right, so last 3 little paragraphs. I'd love to offer you a free home selling strategy session, no strings attached. Whether you continue selling on your own or decide to use an agent, I'll make sure you have the tools and knowledge to succeed. Next, would you be open to a quick 10-minute chat next week or call, whatever you want to do? No pressure, just information. You can call or text me, and I put my number there. You can put yours, or email me at, or some people like to email, there it is. P.S. Many for sale by owner sellers I've worked with were able to sell faster and for more money without all the stress. By making a few strategic adjustments, you could say right there, by using our for sale by owner plus strategy system, whatever you want, you could replace that there too. Let's talk about how you can do the same, right? Call or text me today at, and then I have my phone number, sincerely. All right, I've got 6 other points here. Well, not other points, 6 explanations as to why this letter works. Okay, number 1, acknowledging their motivation and building respect. This is all built on psychology. This works because this is the part that I say, I notice that you're selling your home on your own, and I respect that. It makes sense. You want to maximize your profit and avoid unnecessary costs. Remember that first sentence I told you about? I put why it works. I had ChatGPT organize this for me, so it's more clear, because I had them all one together, my thoughts, and they were kind of scattered. This is much nicer, so you can thank ChatGPT on this one. Under psychology, it says principle. Validation and reciprocity. People are more receptive when they feel understood and respected, especially drivers and analyticals. Number 2, position yourself as a helpful resource, not a salesperson. We just separate yourself from there, please, especially with a driver and an analytical. That's the thing they fear the most. They don't want to get sold. They can connect with somebody that truly wants to help them, but who are they going to trust? That's the problem. That's internal, right? They don't want to get burned. Under the psychology principle that I have here, I put trust and reciprocity. People are more likely to accept advice from someone who gives before asking. I like that one a lot, right? That's the key to this. Number 3, using subtle social proof to address their concern. Here's a psychological principle on this one. Social proof and illusion of ease. You could remove the word illusion, but to them, they have to see that it's easy, right? Because you keep on repeating it. Many for sale by owners start with optimism, but underestimate the complexity of the sale, right? That's the illusion, because they think, I can do it. This is easy. I can save on commission. Agents all want to just take advantage of me. They're just door openers. They just do this. It's super easy. Most people can't do all of that, right? There are a few that can, but there are a lot more that can't. So that's the illusion. Now, the other piece to this is this sentence gently leads them to reconsider if they're truly prepared. Here's the sentence. Many homeowners who choose to sell on their own have great success, but they also tell me that the process is more time-consuming, stressful, and complex than they expected. And that is the truth. I hear that often, right? Next one. Providing value by highlighting for sale by owner pain points. And I highlight those because when they're clear to people and you're hitting on their concerns, they start looking at this as more concrete and saying, oh, yeah, those are problems I have. And if they encounter them along the way, a month later, a month and a half later, they're going to remember that you mentioned this one on your first letter, and hopefully you're doing a second letter and you're calling, and maybe you're showing up in person on top of that. But this section highlights potential losses as a for sale by owner. And psychologically, we as humans are prone to avoiding losses more than anything else, right? That's our big fear. We don't want to lose something we already have or we have the perception of having. That's why that one works. 5 and 6. Number 5, making the next step feel safe and risk-free. Notice here I call this the foot in the door technique. It is, I guess I don't call it that. It's always been there. I'm just reminding you of the name. Foot in the door technique, okay? People are more likely to agree to small, no-risk action, a strategy session, making them more likely to trust you later. Now, we do this in the expired one, and we also do this sometimes in coaching. We're like, hey, there's no contract for coaching, right? In real estate, as a real estate agent, I'm like, look, you can cancel anytime, right? That helps a lot too. A strategy session at the beginning, hey, let me sit down with you. We'll go through this. No strings attached, right? I live in the neighborhood. I'm part of the community. You see me often, right? If you do that. That's how we use it. Number 6, PS. We have a PS section. Reinforces social proof and urgency. This has been really good for us. I brought this exact point up, and I had to look this up the last time when I did the expired one. And it was the Zeigarnik effect and urgency. This is people remember unfinished tasks. So the PS keeps the idea of calling you lingering in their mind. Now, I've had letters that have PSs and don't have PSs. And I've had letters that have QR codes, no QR codes, where people can scan them on the right. For some reason, for me in my area, I'm in Los Angeles, Ventura County, California, the phone number makes it easier for people to reach out to me. I've put the QR code to get them to someplace, and they get there. But the calls are not the things that we get sometimes. And I love calls. So for us sending, this is the last time we sent this letter out to 8 people, we got 2 callbacks during the holidays. Anyway, there's a little bit more to this. If you need it, let me make this shareable. There it is. You can request it at any time. Message me on Instagram. You're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Message me there. But remember, I'm the one sending it, actually copy pasting it. I don't have my team doing this. So it takes me a little while. Have an awesome day.